kids, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well out there. I hope you're behaving. I hope you're not feeling sicky. We're going to read another book, so if you need a snack or a blankie or a drink, pause it now and go get it and get comfy and then press play when you're ready. If not, we're reading another book out of our big Berenstain Bear book. This time, the Berenstain Bears in the Dark. Are you ready? Let's get to it. This book is very old, so I have to be careful. I'll show you the pictures before I turn each page. Brother Bear, said Sister impatiently, are you going to take all day to pick your books? Sister and Brother Bear were at the Bear County Library. Sister had already chosen her books and was waiting at the checkout desk. Hold your horses, said Brother. I'm looking for a good mystery. I loved going to the library when I was a kid. Do you go to the library? I know ours are still open right now, even with all the rules. You just have to wear your mask and social distance. Sister Bear usually took out storybooks and books about nature, and sometimes books of poems. Brother liked those too, but lately he had become interested in mysteries, especially spooky ones. Sounds like my style. Hey, this one looks good, he said. Finally, okay, let's check out. Said Sister, looking at the cover. It was called The Case of the Crying Cave. It looks scary to me. I like scary movies and I like scary books. Say, this is really good, said Brother later that evening when the Bear family had settled down for some reading. Would you like me to read it to you? He asked Sister. Sister was looking at a storybook about 3 kittens who were arguing about which was the prettiest, and it was a little boring. Or are you scared? teased Brother. Of course not, said Sister. She left her book on the floor and climbed into the bench to sit beside him. The mystery began quietly. It told about some Bear Scouts who were on an overnight camp out. Ooh, perfect setting, out in the woods, spooky woods. So they are reading together, that's cute. Brother and sister bonding time. When the Scouts discovered a dark, secret cave, Brother's mystery began to get a little exciting. And when the cave began to cry and wail, it was anything but quiet. Ooh, cried the deep, dark, mysterious cave. Read Brother with a lot of expression. Ooh. Stop, said Sister, putting her fingers in her ears. That's enough. And she went back to her storybook. Scaredy bear, teased Brother. And that's quite enough of that, added Papa Bear, looking up from his paper. He's scaring his little sister and teasing her. That sounds like my big brother. He used to love to scare us. And play pranks. At the cubs' bedtime, Papa and Mama said goodnight, turned off the light, and left the cubs in the usual sleepy darkness. Outside the treehouse, the bright, busy sounds of day had given way to the soft, soothing sounds of night. The quiet conversation of frogs and toads, and the soft cry of the owl, the sigh of the night wind. And if you listened very hard, you could almost hear the softest sound of all, the sound of lightning bugs, switching their lights on and off, on and off. I don't know, that might be a cricket. Maybe they make noises. I love fireflies. I tried to catch them when I was a kid. I put them in jars. Do you try to catch lightning bugs? Only in the summer though, not right now. But inside the treehouse, Sister Bear wasn't even beginning to fall asleep. That night, the dark didn't seem the least bit quiet and sleepy. In fact, it seemed like the spooky darkness of a scary cave. And the friendly old chest of drawers and the funny clothes tree that Papa had made didn't seem so friendly and funny. They seemed more like cave creatures. So when Brother decided to tease her a little more by making a wailing noise, a really spooky wailing noise, It gave her quite a scare. "Mama, Papa," she cried, "hurry, come quick." He's up there, ooh, teasing her some more. Silly brother bear. Looks like monsters. Probably would look like a monster in the night. And come quickly they did. Papa pushed into the dark room and tripped over the clothes tree. Mama rushed in after Papa and tripped over him. In the commotion, Sister fell out of bed and landed on both of them. Oh dear. Then Brother, who had started it all with his spooky wail, turned on the light. What a mess! Sister, still scared, was holding on to Papa. Papa was holding on to the toe he had stubbed, and Mama was looking for the nightcap she had lost in the confusion. All three of them were pretty annoyed with Brother Bear. Oh my goodness, look at him. He fell, then Mama Bear fell, and then Sister fell, and there they all are on the ground. And he's like, oops. All of them stubbed his toe, lost their hat. She's scared. Oh, he's in so much trouble. It turned out to be a very long night in the bear's treehouse. Papa and Mama tried to explain that there was nothing to be afraid of in the dark, except maybe running into a clothing tree and stubbing your toe. But it didn't do any good. Sister absolutely refused to go to sleep with the light off, and Brother positively insisted that he couldn't fall asleep with the light on. Oh no. One wanted it on, one wanted it off. Well, that's what he gets for scaring her, right guys? The next morning, the bear family was very sleepy-eyed. Sounds like me today. Boy, said Brother, yawning, I sure don't want to go through another night like that. Neither do I, said Papa, and I think I have an idea that might help. He took Sister's hand. Come with me, he said. Where are we going, she wanted to know. Up to the attic. The attic? But it's dark in the attic, even in the daytime. I know, said Papa, but there's something I want to show you. Anyway, there's nothing so special about the dark. It's just part of nature, like the light. It's your imagination that makes the dark seem spooky sometimes. What's imagination? Asked Sister. It's a word she didn't know. Look at them all. I want to go back to bed. I think they all need a nap. Imagination is what makes us think that chests of drawers and clothing trees are cave creatures. I wish I didn't have one, said Sister. Ah, don't say that, said Papa. A lively imagination is one of the best things a cub can have. It's imagination that lets us paint pictures, make up poems, invent inventions. The trick is to take charge of your imagination and not let it take charge of you. When they got to the attic, Papa began rummaging through boxes, looking for something. I wonder what he's looking for. Do you have an attic? I don't have an attic in this house. We're in my basement. Sister tried to follow Papa's advice and not let her imagination take charge. And it worked. A spooky shape turned out to be the shadow of some old tools. What looked like a giant was really some piled up furniture. Here it is, said Papa, my old nightlight. The one I used when I was a cub and had a little trouble falling asleep in the dark. Sister couldn't quite believe that her big, powerful Papa was ever afraid of the dark. Oh, sure, said Papa. Most of us are at one point or another. Gets a nightlight for her now. She doesn't have to be in the dark. See how they look all spooky, but really it's just junk? She's learning. How about reading the rest of the case of the crying cave? Sister asked Brother later that day. Are you sure you want me to? Sure, I want to see how it turns out, she insisted. When it turned out that there was nothing very spooky about the terrible wailing noise, it was caused by wind blowing across an opening in the roof of the cave, like the noise you make when you blow across the top of a bottle. Sister was a little disappointed. So it wasn't even a spooky story. It was just a hole in the cave making some noise. Maybe they should have read that the night before. And that night, when she and brother were all settled down in the cozy glow of Papa's old nightlight, she said so. I was pretty disappointed, by the way. How the case of the crying cave ended. I wonder if Brother Bear is too. Oh, look, nightlight lights up the room so she doesn't have to be scared. Do you have a nightlight? I have one on my stairs so I don't fall down the stairs at nighttime. Why? Asked Brother. Because, she said, I was hoping the wailing would be a really spooky, scary monster. And she leaned down from her bunk over Brother's and made a spooky, scary monster face at him. Cut that out, cried Brother. Ooh, how the tables have turned. Now he's getting scared. Good job, sister. Then Sister went right to sleep. But Brother lay awake for quite some time, listening to the owl hoots and thinking that maybe he had had enough mysteries for a while. That ends. The next one we read will be The Berenstain Bears Goes to the Doctor. What do you think about that? Do you get scared of the dark? I still don't like the dark sometimes. Well, how do you feel about it? Get a nightlight if you're scared, like Papa Bear said. They're very cheap. Tell your parents to go to the Dollar Tree. You can get one for $1. I'll see you all next time, kids. Be good. Be good for your parents. Be good to other kids. Be good to your teachers. Stay 6 feet apart. Wear your masks. And be little do-gooders. Help all those people around you. Help the little old lady or the little old man carry their groceries. Pick up litter on the streets. Be little good kids, okay? I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.